Next thing we want to do is to go ahead and go to our new computer. In this case, I'm using a virtualization application. So here I have a brand new computer that has no operating system on it. So let's go ahead and just turn it on. Just power on this virtual machine and take a look at see, it's trying to start an operating system, but it cannot find. It's checking, it's making a lot of check. It's checking removable media. It couldn't find any operating system, so it went into the hard drive. It couldn't find any operating system. Now it's checking the network to see if there are operating system that can be installed, and at the end of the day it couldn't find any operating system, and it says operating system not found, as you can see here. So there is no other way than to go and plug in our USB drive and start the installation from there. So this is what I mean by installing Windows 10 on a bare metal computer. A bare metal computer is basically, for example, if you've just assembled a new computer right from the production line. So maybe, you know, in HP or Lenovo, they have just built a new computer, but they have not installed an operating system on it. That's called a bare metal computer. So we're gonna go ahead and just plug in our USB drive now to basically install an operating system, because this error will keep going on and on and on and keep saying operating system not found. All right, I have gone ahead and I have plugged in our USB that we generated just a minute ago, and I've plugged it to the brand new computer. And now we're going to just power this machine on and see if Windows now detect Windows 10 for installation. So it's trying to detect if there's any operating system and trying to see if we can install it. Of course, Windows 10 is now detected from the Windows USB that I just plugged in. So it's trying to load the files, and it's trying to copy all of the important files that is needed for Windows installation. Here we are at the beginning of Windows 10 setup. It has presented a screen to us, and it says language to install. I selected English United States. Time and currency format, I also selected United States option, and also the keyboard input method, I select US, and I will click next here, and then I will click on install. Setup of Windows 10 is now starting. We have got this screen that's asking for activation. If you have an activation license, you can enter that here, but if you don't, just for demonstration purpose, I will click on I don't have a product key now. I will select that, and then I will choose from the operating system options that is available. I'm looking to install a Windows 10 Professional, so I'll go and select Windows 10 Professional, and then I'll click on next. Applicable notices and license terms. If you want, you can read all of that, scroll all the way down and accept the license terms and click next. Okay, great. So now we've gone to the point that we want to select what type of installation to select. I will go for custom installation. All right, and then it's going to display was the amount of space that we have left on our C drive or on our installation drive. I would just leave it at default. You don't have to format or create new volume or load any drivers or refresh it. Just click next. So as you can see, installation of Windows 10 is now started. We will let this run now, and then we will come back once Windows setup has completed. Windows is now fully installed. It's trying to restart, and then once it's restarted, we can now basically log in as a new user into the new computer, as you can see on the screen. One thing to have in mind is when Windows 10 is fully installed, you will get a couple of restart, and along the line you get these messages like getting devices ready, please wait, and so on and so forth. There are some housekeeping stuff that Windows 10 has to take care of before we can fully log in as a new user. So it's not getting ready for us to install. The very first time that you install Windows 10, just know that it can take it might take a little bit longer before you can fully log in into a new account. Windows 10 has fully restarted, and you're going to be presented with a lot of questions to answer, specifically about your keyboard layouts, your geographical location, and your network settings, and sort of things like that. What would you like to use this PC for? How would you like to set up? I'm just going to go ahead and select set up for an organization, and I will click next. And it's asking to either use your Microsoft account to log in, or maybe to use your Outlook account. I'm just going to select domain join instead. Okay, so I can have a customized username. And who is going to use this PC? Of course, it's TechAkin. And then I will click next, and it's asking us to set a password. I'll put a password in, and also click next, and it's asking us to confirm your password. So repeat the password that you typed in the first place. Okay. And once you've set up your security questions, Windows will try to generate some settings based on your responses to what you have answered so far. So I'll just leave the rest by default. I will accept by default to all the other settings. I will accept it, yes. And then finally, the window receive a message that, hello, hi, we're getting everything ready for you. This might take several minutes. Don't turn off your PC. Alright, so let's pause the video for a moment, and when this is finished, I will be right back. Okay, great. So Windows has now finished setting up all our default system settings and user settings that we responded to, and finally I have this page which says network. Do you want to allow your PC to be discoverable by other PCs and devices on this network? Yeah, sure. I will just say yes to that, and voila, we successfully have installed Windows 10 on a brand new computer. So if this lesson has been very informative to you, if you have enjoyed this lesson, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a message below, and I will see you next time.